Okay, guys, the goal with simplifying complex fractions like this, so you have fractions on top of fractions, is just that in the end, we don't want these small fractions inside of a big one. We just want one big fraction. So the first thing you need to do is, just like when you're solving an equation, you need to get a common denominator. So the top denominators are okay, but this bottom one needs to be factored. So I'm going to factor this first. And this is why I said knowing how to factor is so important. We get x plus 7 and x plus 3. So again, we're looking at a common denominator that will clear all of those. So we know we need x plus 3 from this first one. We know we need x plus 7 from the second one. And then if you look at the bottom, both of those are already in the common denominator. So we're good. So I'm going to go through and multiply each one of these small fractions by this common denominator. So over here, by the 6, I'm going to do x plus 3, x plus 7. Same thing with the 9, x plus 3, x plus 7. And on the bottom, x plus 3, x plus 7. Now what should happen is these denominators should cancel out, just like they do with equations. If they don't, then something went wrong. So with the first one, I'm going to cancel out the x plus 3. That leaves me with this 6 times x plus 7. So we've got 6 times x plus 7. Then we have this plus sign in the middle. With the other fraction on the top, x plus 7 cancels, and we're left with 9 times x plus 3. Then in the denominator, both of them cancel. And so all we're left with is just this 5x plus 23. All right, so the next step is just to make sure that you multiply anything out, combine any like terms, factor, cancel, whatever you can. So the next thing I'm going to do is distribute up on the top. So we've got 6x plus 42 plus 9x plus 27 all over 5x plus 23. Okay, then I can combine 6x and 9x to get 15x. You can combine 42 and 27 to get 69. And that's over 5x plus 23. Okay, the last thing you need to do is see if you can factor. So if I look at this 15 and 69, 3 goes into both of those, which means I can take a GCF of 3 out. That leaves me with 3 goes into 15 5 times, 3 goes into 69 23 times. And then our denominator is still 5x plus 23. Then you notice that we have 5x plus 23 on the top and the bottom, which means I can cancel that out, and all I'm left with is this 3. Okay. Okay, let's still look at another one. So again, we're trying to clear the denominators. So if you look at our two denominators, we have x and 7x. So for the common denominator, we definitely need to use x to cancel both of those. And then to get rid of the 7, we're going to have to include the 7. So I'm going to go through and multiply everything by that. That includes the 3 and the x that aren't fractions. Even though they're not fractions, you still have to multiply by the common denominator. So I'm going to multiply here by 7x, over here by 7x, here by 7x, and here by 7x. Okay, these don't cancel in the first set, so 7x times 3 is just 21x minus. In the second one, the x's cancel, but I've still got 8 times 7, which is 56. On the bottom, we're going to multiply 7x times x, which is 7x squared. And then on the right one, 7x and 7x cancels, and you're just left with plus 4. Still check and see if you can factor anything now that we've cleared out those fractions. If you look at the top, you can factor a 7 out of both of those. So we would have 7 times 3x minus 8. But on the bottom, nothing goes into 7 and 4. There's not x's in both. So we would just leave that as 7x squared plus 4. And you can't cancel these 7s because of this plus sign. And so that would be your final answer.